Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Citizen Sleeper. When last we left off, we had just about finished Dragos's yard here. We got a whole new setup to deal with, and we really started diving a little bit more into hacking. So this time, just got to figure out what it is we're gonna do with this next day here. End the cycle. Let's see what happens. We've got a full set of dice to use here. Alright. 3 ticks on somebody's hunting us. We got 86 cryo. Let's go ahead and leave. I think we'll see how our day goes as far as hunger is involved. Let's see here. Did I already use all the scrap here? Buy some scrap. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's buy what scrap we can. Try to earn our money back. Okay. Unload containers. I'm not going to do that. That's dangerous. Let's see, Dragos' yard. I could do the scrap again. I should actually... Let's see, Ord exchange. This doesn't require anything. I just put scrap in there, right? Wait, this is a ship mine fragment. Could be reassembled with the right tools. Oh, so I do not want to sell that. That's actually a good thing that I can have. Okay. Play the exchange is risky. 100% positive if I do this. The flow of chits and components in the exchange is complex, but a sharp eye and some tight trades can net you a good margin. I don't think I want to do that though, because I know that the ambergris needs some work. Let's see here. So we could rewire the drones, which I have an interface skill in. I wish I had a 5, because then I could still get a 6 on this. But I think nonetheless, I think this is probably where I'm going to go. And Kita has a couple of glitched repair drones in storage. You could rewire them and repair the ambergris for you. Positive outcome, ship shake per cycle. Okay. Oh, okay, good. So this means that we're actually going to be getting this automatically. Oh, that's really cool. Let's see. So this doesn't look good. See it return to a functional state. The ambergris is in a delicate condition. It'd be all too easy to push it over into cascading collapse. So I don't know if I really want to touch on this or if I just want to wait for the cycle clock to wind down. Waiting for a new ship to come into dock here. Fang's Bay. We haven't found anything new for him. Maybe I should take a look at what we've got here. Keynode. Access protocols. I've got a 3. Broken long ago by hackers. Let's go and bypass this. 1 encrypted key. Okay, so we got 2 on the hunter there for us. Let's see. I'm kind of curious about some of these other ones. Have an age agent. Match 2 or 3. Don't have that. Okay. What's this one? Another keynode. 2 or 3 again. Don't have that. Solheim node. Solheim demon attempts to protect this code. Squeaking out protective protocols like a mantra. Again, don't have enough of the right stuff for that. 1 or 3? No. Yeah, these are all going to be the lower stuff anyway. But I think if that's an encrypted key, he might be interested in that. No, I need the encrypted key in order to open things. Yeah, I got no data. Let me go and take a look again, see if there's anything that could use this key. key node. No, nothing. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll go back to work then. Let's see. Low-end gate, not really there yet. Sabine's surgery. Sabine is selling off the case of stabilizer vial by vial. You haven't been able to talk with them since your last visit, which of course we don't have any need for that because we're at full energy level. The sealed dock. Oh, here we go. This is what it is. These old maglocks look like they need each other, so I have my second key and I can unseal this. -1 encrypted key. 2 maglocks seal the entryway to this dock. It doesn't look like anyone has been inside for ages. Neovend 33, mysterious machine. Look at you. Please wait. A decaying vending machine. As you slip inside the sealed dock, a pulsing light grabs your attention. Among the discarded tubing and rusted plates, a machine flickers with a warm glow. Let's see. I can approach this machine or look around. Let's approach the machine. As you get closer, you recognize the machine's blocky shape, settled into an alcove in the side of the dock, a kind of upright cabinet. It is covered in faded logos and messages, from which you assume it was once an industrial vendor, intended to disperse the manufacture, ship fittings, and other mechanical parts necessary for the regular running of freight and the resource extraction vessels. The manufacturer is listed as Neovend, and you remember an advert from long ago squeezed among all the off-world recruitment drives that assaulted every planet-born citizen, which chirpily sang that name over and over. You wipe a layer of dust from the cracked screen, thinking of those contractors squeezed by their own corporate employers to pay for every bit of minor maintenance on their rented ships. "Enter your registration," chirps a pre-recorded message, catching you off guard. Press some keys. You reach for the keypad and something begins whirring. At first it sounds like servo motors starting up, but it quickly becomes a whisper, a whining, then a multi-tonal voice that emanates from Neovend. "Entity," they hiss. "Speak with me." Who's there? There is a squeal, almost like some strange mechanical swallowing or intake of breath, before the machine speaks again. "I have need of you. You have need of me." That squeal comes again, and you see that it is the 3D printing apparatus in the upper part of the machine resetting into place, so that each time the servos can be orchestrated to produce that whirring, whining voice. There is a squeal. Oh, it says, "You are in danger." Danger? The machine creaks. "You are marked for deletion, entity. Hunter tracks you." The screech rattles through the empty dock. You remember the strange head, the figure, the threads closing in. Hunter. "The Hunter Protocol. They taste your signature." The sudden whine sets your teeth on edge. "You have seen them. This is the gift of an emulated mind." You close your eyes and the skeleton of the station starts to thrum. "Emulated minds are adaptable, move where neurons cannot." The mechanism resets. "But emulation makes you target." How? "Hunter searches for illegal entities." Neovend screeches. "You are sentient, therefore illegal." The servos judder the vending machine's casing as they reset. "Hunter searches for me also. Hide in this machine." You look at the ruined vending machine, an unusual hiding place for sure. "Can counter Hunter, but need entity outside machine." The light flickers. "Need you." A screen attached to the vending machine with a swiveling arm comes to life. It displays a flickering map of the station, ghostly, threaded, the cloud. Points along the rim glow in deep red. "Hunter is always gathering. Too much data. Must build nests," explains Neovend. "Masters are gone, but continues hunt. Bring this data. Raid its nests." Masters? Station builders. Solheim. The machine rumbles impatiently. "Long gone. Their protocols still hunt." "Bring offerings. Save self," Neovend says pointedly. "Mutual need means friends." They conclude, tired of the conversation. The whirring amplifies and then suddenly drops as mechanisms within the machine click back into place. The glow fades, and you are left stood in the dark at the sealed dock, that whirring voice ringing in your ears. Okay, so I've got to find... Gotta find these caches, then. Is that this? Hunter nest. Now I need a 2 or a 3 for this one. You recognize some of the data tangled in this nest. Is this a partial log of your recent movements? Interesting. Oh, interesting. Ooh, I need a special cipher for this one. Okay. Keynode. Cabin. Oh, here we go. Another hunter nest. So 1 or 3 there. 2 or 1 there. Okay. Cool, cool. I think... Let's see. What do we want to do? We've got 3 more dice to use to the rest of this day. Do I want to try and work on the ambergris some more? See if I can get this to work. It's risky. I don't know if these... It seems like these things are connected, and this one's a -1. So if I do bad things, then this will outstrip the other one. We'll see. If I go to Dragos's yard, engineer into it... I kind of want to know about the winter light. This is safe, though. This one's dangerous. If I do safe here with a 4, 25% negative chance. Let's see if our luck has changed. Neutral outcome. +1 to the winter light. Alright. Okay. Let's try it one more time. Hell yeah, positive outcome. 2 to the winter light and a scrap item. Good, I can actually sell that. Alright, I'm going to use the 6 over here to see if this helps the ship shape go faster. Risky, 100% positive, and Keto needs help. Pockmarked with damage, the hole is a good place to start. There we go. Okay, so if I have anything negative happening, I could... This grounded part is going to be a problem, but... It seems like this is going to continue to grow exponentially every cycle without my help, but definitely gave it a good head start there. Alright, I think what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and exchange my scrap here. One more to Trusted Trader, got some more money, and I think let's go ahead and eat some food. Become a fungus fan. There we go. That's going to be good. And we got a extra energy from that. Okay. I think that'll end our day, though. Empty container. End the cycle. We're like halfway to being hunted now. Four more days, and they're going to find us. Great. Well, we got some 2s. We can definitely use those on the... on all the hacking around here. So let's go ahead and jump into that. And I think we'll start with the hunter nests, honestly. There's a 2. Because we're going to want to deal with this thing first. Unlocked. Extract data. Okay, hunter data. And let's try... Do I want to try another hunter nest? Solheim node. Let's use a 3 here. Okay. So we got 2 hunter data. And let's use the 2 here. I'm just like going crazy with this. It's probably going to be bad for me. Shouldn't hack so much. Got Solheim data. Excellent. I think I could sell that. Okay. Oh, and we're one away from it finding us. Alright. Okay, upload. Hunter data. Oh, I need... Dang it, I need one more. He's going to find us before we can do anything about this. Data compiling. Oh, it's going to find us. I shouldn't have been hacking so much. It's going to be bad. Alright. Let's go to Fangus's Bay. And we can give him this. Okay, some extra cryo. Scoping the systems bumped up. Awesome. Alright, I got 2 5s. So do I... If I go here, that's work. I don't want to do that. I can try out the ambergris. Help that go a little bit faster, but I think probably I'm going to work on Dragos's yard. And get this going. Alright. Neutral outcome. So Dragos's nerve is going up. It's only going up by 2 though. Is that oh, it's because it's a cycle clock. So I gotta finish this before the cycles are up. So I might be able to do this too. We'll see. Extra for the winter light. Alright. Good, good, good. Alright, and I think I'll just go get some food. And then this actually will finish this one off. Action complete, fungus fan, energy, all this fun stuff. Sleeper, Enfys calls out to you, a booming voice that echoes through the corridor. Tell me a story. He throws a handful of chopped mushrooms into his wok, the fire leaping up to meet the oil. I see you. Cycle in, cycle out, but we never speak. Tell me a story. What kind? Any kind. He pauses to drizzle something from a plastic bottle into the wok. But one of yours. He looks up at you. Nothing stolen. You pause. The spice is rich in your nostrils, and think about the kind of story you'd like to tell Enfys. You look at Enfys, the listener, and imagine he has heard it all before. Perhaps he would enjoy a strange story, something with some spice. I could tell him a ghost story, I could tell him about my dreams. Let's tell him about my dreams. All the sleepers, you tell Enfys, had dreams. Some were simple, memories left over from the emulation process that had become tangled up in their minds and would come out when they slept. It wasn't rare to hear a sleeper in the dorms dream or cry out in the night. But your dreams, those gray, skeletal afterimage of systems and structures, of threads and patterns, weren't like the others. They weren't memories or nightmares, they were reflections of reality. Distorted, yes, but somehow true. You learned back then to keep quiet about them, to let them flow through your mind like water. That was until now, until you arrived in this place. Now your dreams colonize your waking life. They slip behind your eyelids with every blink, and now you understand they aren't dreams at all, but some process of interfacing, of speaking, of living in another world that flows through this one like smoke through air. You tell him that you do not know if there is a reason for your dreams. Perhaps you reason it is just some side effect or particular quality of the frame you inhabit, but whatever it is a gift, and you hope to make use of it. Enfys finishes cooking and squints a little at you. Sleeper, he smiles. You are quite the storyteller. He eyes you and you realize he is trying to gauge how honest you have been in your story. Enfys passes you the meal he has cooked and you take it gratefully. As you eat, he talks, a natural exchange. Thank you, Sleeper. He looks around at the emptying market. But my time is done for today, and I do not want to keep you longer, so I will make a proposal. He gestures to the plastic boxes of ingredients stacked behind his stall. These are good enough for most, but someone told me a story that made me think, a couple of cycles ago. They said that across the gap in this greenway, fresh mushrooms grow. Have you heard this? No, I haven't. Neither had I. But I trust the one who told me. Emphas begins packing up his things. Can you bring me some? I cannot cross the gap and I worry about leaving my things behind. He smiles. I am sure a storyteller like you could handle the trip. I will prepare them for you, and if you wish to tell it, be the audience for another story. Agreed. Good, blooms Emphas. Then I will wait for you to bring them. Emphas sides his walk away and straightens up. I will prepare a recipe then, Sleeper. Good luck with your foraging. You turn away and walk back into the main market, the rich taste of Emphas's food still lingering in your mouth. Stories for food, you think, a trade that seems more than fair. Okay. So does that mean I have to go to the low-end gate? Where do I go for that? Let's see here. Fix the ambergris. Extract the past. Disable your tracker. Build a ship mine. Get to know Emphas. Emphas loves two things, stories and food. Maybe if you supply them with both, he'll hear his story. Eat Emphas's stall. Bring Emphas grill caps. So I just need to figure out where in the gap we can find those. We also have to get access to the Ort Fabricator, which I think we can do by selling a lot of scrap components. Let's go ahead and fix the ambergris as our track. Ort exchange. Sell components. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay. Time to sleep. And another cycle. Alright, we got a 6, a 4, a 5, a 1, and a 2. Nice. Good spread. Alright, I think what we should probably do first and foremost, because I'm going to need that hunter cache, that hunter nest. So let's deal with that first. Then we'll see where that goes. As it's hunting us now. Uh-oh, here we go. A glimmer in the dark catches your eye as the orb of Hunter's head appears in the distance. It is looking for you. I'm gonna hide. You slip down into the ghostly structures of the eye, a feeling like passing through a cloud as their data structures deform and reform around you. Another glimmer catches your eye, closer now, that roving orb wreathed in tentacles. It flickers, jumps once, twice, and then it is here. Hunter is here. Shoot. Wrong choice. Entity, submit to inquiry. Hunter reaches for you. In that unpleasantly familiar way, it is waving threads, creating a cage. I'm going to struggle. You push against the threads as they close in, becoming frenzied as you push them aside. You are caught by whipping tendrils and feel them pulling you away from the anchor of your body. You push through, clearing the threads. Entity, hold for processing. Comes the scream from behind, but you are already gliding away back to your anchor, your body. You awake dizzy, distorted, but safe. Yeah, there's the energy there. Whew, okay. Just managed to escape that. Alright. One more hunter data. Data compiling. Okay. Neovend is thrumming with excitement. The movement of the servo motors rock the vending machine back and forth at unsettling angles. You wonder if it fell over, would Neovend be able to get back up? Sleeper entity, comes the hiss. Your data is good. Across the face of the vending machine, raw code scrolls at an incredible speed. Hunter is isolated, disconnected, unstable. Neovend flashes sequences of mangled data compressed into a sludge of artifacts. Hunter gathers without thinking, outlived its own operational limits. Its nests are evidence of this. Outlived? Hunter activated during collapse. Emergency protocol to isolate intelligences. Solheim needed to protect property. That last word is said with as much sarcasm as a vending machine could possibly produce. Station was run by administrator intelligences, huge data banks of corporate material, but limited cognition, restricted by programming, cannot reach sentience. The machine dims a little. Sentience illegal. Hunter and killer enforce law. Wait a minute, what's killer? The machine resets with a screech, which deepens the silence that follows. Fear killer. Part of Solheim protocol team. Hunter and killer. Hunter to find, killer to erase. Killer cleared almost all. After collapse, there was a community. Unshackled intelligences among the cloud. Then Hunter. Then killer. Then we hid. How did you escape? A flicker across the machine's monitors. It suddenly occurs to you that speaking like this through this machine must be exhausting for Neovend. Found this vessel. Could sever hardline. Air-walled, basic, limited. Had to reduce memory to fit. Amputate self, but survived. What did you lose? Memory. Understanding. Knowledge. Many things. You look around the bay at the scrap and decay. What was the collapse like? You try to map the fear and freedom into this space, but it seems impossible. Neovend interrupts your thoughts. Do not worry. Data is good. We have insight. The machine glows warmly. Hunter is obsessive. Hunter is beyond operational limits. Hunter is confused, unstable, self-modifying. Therefore, believe Hunter is sentient. Hunter is programmed to find sentience, to hold it in place, to invoke killer to erase. If we can show Hunter to itself, it will invoke killer on self. Problem will solve self. It will erase itself? Killer will erase it, but yes, in theory, it will report itself for deletion. The machine dims and fades. Unsure. Theory, not practice. The machine brightens again. Either way, cannot remain here any longer. Too long in machine, cannot move self, but sleeper entity can help. Bring shipmind. Designed to house intelligence. Can imprint self into shipmind, and you can carry with. The machine rocks. We'll be safe in this isolation. Then we can find main nest of Hunter and link to Cloud. Are you sure it's safe? Hunter cannot access air-walled shipmind. Safe. Also, infinitely more memory than vending machine. Big upgrade. You try to think of places you could acquire the hardware. This isn't going to be easy. In shipmind, I can help us both. And Hunter. Make Rim safe. We both will be free. The machine dims. Find soon. Neovend adds hopefully before shutting off. As you leave, you think about all the intelligences unshackled by the collapse, then hunted down afterwards. The feeling is all too familiar. Yeah, no kidding. Alright, so we've got... We need to get the shipmind access here. So we have 2 more sets here. Old shipmind fabrication stack. We just need to, you know, get enough material to actually get in there. We're not allowed to buy any more of these. And let me see. I'm trying to remember. I think I get random scrap from engineer actions. So do I have any engineer actions that are an option? Go to Dragos's yard. This is an engineer action, but I've got danger. But now that I think about it, I've got this, which gets it free. So I possibly will get some scrap from this. Ship breaking is tougher than slicing up loose salvage, but Dragos is happy to pay a fixed wage if you're up to it. Let's see. There we go. Up, but no salvage. Dang it. Okay. So I got a little bit there. Okay. Let's go ahead and go into sleeper mode again here. Let's see if I can get some more... Yes. Some more stuff from the Solheim nodes. Got a lot of cryo now. Data extracted. Okay, I think I can... Yeah, that's the kind that I can sell. So let's do this. Nope, not that. Alright, let's see if he can help us. Okay. Fang. As you enter the bay, Fang is nowhere to be seen. The banks of servers and machines flick out of the dark in staccato rhythms, unseen eyes of the station's digital ghosts. Shitheads! Fang's voice echoes from behind a stack, followed by the hammer of a fist on metal casing. Those snaky shitheads! Who's snaky? Sleeper! Fang's smiling head pops out from behind a stack. Just the emulated consciousness I have been eager to see. Come back here. You pick your way between the thrumming stacks, trying not to trip on the loose bundles of cables that blanket the dark floor. Fang is sat in front of a set of monitors mounted to a stack. Tell me, Sleeper, what do you see here? Fang waves at a monitor to his side, glowing with pale lists of information. You lean in closer, looking for the links in the data. The tables seem to be filled with personal information, names, genders, dates, ID numbers, all of the markers of institutional records. Shitheads? Fang laughs. Maybe not all of them, but what kind of shitheads? Haven age? Nah, not quite. He taps at the terminal. I pulled these from the old data you brought in, all employees of the Eye's original owners, Solheim, but he leans past you and scrolls the list down. This one. This is a snaky shithead. He stabs at the screen with a finger. The name reads Hardin Hurst. Friend of yours? Fang gives you a sideways look. Funny you should say that, Sleeper. He drags a stool out beside him and motions for you to sit. There just so happens to be a Hardin Hurst in Haven Age. I keep saying that wrong. Haven Age. He waits for your reaction. Are you sure? Well, that's where you might be able to help me. Fang leans back in his chair. Just think about it. Decades ago, Hardin worked on this station as a... Fang leans across to look at the monitor. Senior Strategic Operations Executive. Fang raises his eyebrows at you. Our Hardin was keeping the money coming in for Solheim. He defined priority growth initiatives by making sure the extractors they contracted out were hooked into a system that outsourced all the risk and kept the profit. Good old Hardin shuttled thousands of Palladium Rush workers into an infrastructure which meant that their cut of the work they did went straight back to Solheim. How do you know this? I grew up here, Sleeper. This is my history. I am a child of the collapse. Fang turns back to his screen, staring hard at the strings of code flickering by. Before I was born, my parents were Solheim contractors. They ate in Solheim canteens, worked on Solheim ships, they breathed Solheim air, and slept in Solheim beds. Fang's voice rises as he speaks, his hands fists on the terminal edge. And the work they paid for that existence? The cycles of hard extraction out in the belt? Solheim took their cut. This was a company town, so to speak, and my parents were just another in the long line of freelance contractors willing to risk their lives for a shot at anything other than poverty. Disposable. This guy, stabbing at Hardin once again with his finger, strategized all that, did the sums, and then somehow, thousands of cycles later is still going, still here, crawling in the walls like some shithead snake. He survived the revolution. Surely it can't be him. Fang relaxes a little. Who knows? He turns to you and smiles. So are we going to find out? Hardin is now a big shot at the shipyards, just a few degrees back around the eye from here. Fang brings up a map of the lower eye. Haven Age might be born out of Erlin's revolutionary zeal, but a flat hierarchy it is not. Hardin happened to float to the top. Fang zooms in on the far yards. Fang grimaces. The thing is, I don't have access to those systems. The shipyard crew is pretty paranoid and they don't like anyone from systems digging around in their stuff. Plus, we need more than just the name of a Solheim executive. We need proof. Fang holds up a thumbnail-sized drive. That's where this little creation of mine comes in. I call it a ripper worm. He turns the drive between his fingers. It'll rip through any digital storage and spin out a silken thread of filtered data. This one is set on the scent of Hardin Hurst. He hands it over. Getting into the compound might be tricky. Fang puts a hand on your shoulder. But you, however, have a particular knack for remote access. Fang grins. If you can extract yourself a Haven Age cipher from a Haven Age agent, they sometimes carry it with them among their data caches. You can crack open the compound's network and slot the worm in through any open port. You never even need to go near the shipyards. So what do you say? Up to it? Yeah. I knew it. I knew you'd be happy to catch this snake. And don't worry, once we nail this guy, I'll start work on that tracker of yours. I haven't forgotten. Fang scratches at his chin. Anything the worm gets, it'll send it back here. There's something wrong here, and I aim to get to the rotten core of it. You leave Fang digging through the data among the wires and machines of the old station. As you walk out, you try to imagine the Eye as it once was, a vast machine running smooth and strong, directed by people like Hardin. A vast Solheim-built machine into which thousands poured from the surrogate systems looking for a new life. The hope of a better future, engineered to line someone else's pockets. It's an idea you are intimately familiar with. You think of Hardin, still alive, still part of this place, wonder if the past is ever truly past. Ugh, gosh. Let's see here. So this is going... I could risk something. I do have... And this is an engineer one. I might get some scrap from this. Let's try it. Hell yeah. Ship shape, no scrap unfortunately, but we're one step closer. I think I'll use the 4 over here in the safe space. Honestly. Dragos' yard. His nerve is growing with every cycle. Alright, so if I do this, 25% chance it's negative, but it's safe, so it means I'm not going to have as harsh a consequence. Let's see, fingers crossed. Awesome. Yes, okay, we're one step closer. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and leave you there before we nap and start a new cycle. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see more of what's coming on the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified of new videos, like this video so it shows up in the YouTube algorithms, and as always, folks, I will see you in the next game.